Yeah, g'day, bush camping tools here today. And for the last couple of months we've been out doing a review in the field on this knife. This is Fox's FX132, their trapper model from their '09 collection. And I got to say straight off, this is a really hardcore knife. Absolutely, it is great. Actually, I'd rename it from the trapper because kind of trapper makes it sound like it's a pure hunting knife. But I'd say this knife is right up there for serious wilderness camping. I'd call it something like an extreme outdoor knife, to be honest. It's really, really great. So why is it really, really great? Well, first off, its construction. Let's start with the construction. You've got a blade material and tang. The whole metal part is made from N690 cobalt steel. Now that's a really great steel. Basically it's a really tough steel and it really holds an edge. It's got a high Rockwell on this. The next thing I'm going to talk about is it's actually comfortable. You've got a great micarta grip here. You can really get a good grip on this. Now this is a really good grip both in the wet and dry. Reverse grip on here. On the lanyard area, the sort of pommel, it's got some jimping on the thumb grip there. That's really good in this direction like that too. Now to the blade design itself. Well, you can see it's got an interesting blade design because the spine drops away here in this area here like this. Okay, and you've got this recurve area here, just here, yep. And here a bit of a belly in the knife and a Western style tanto tip here. Now it's not a chisel tip as such because the end here is actually not a dead straight line. It's actually got some curvature to that. Now let's talk about those three different parts of the blade. The tanto style tip, of course, up here is really strong. There's no way you're going to bust a knife like this with such a thick spine on it. This region here to this region here, up here, along here, it's really, really thick. It's the full thickness of the blade material itself. It's about 5 mil thick along there. It's quite weighty, so you've got this weight up the front. It's a very comfortable knife in chopping. For such a small knife, only about a 6-inch odd blade, it's actually quite a good chopper. Okay, I wouldn't take it into the jungle, you know, trying to chop vines and that, but in the area that you can see here, this kind of material, if you have to gather some small wood or build something, construct something with bits of wood, it's a good chopper like that. Okay, and if you have to hammer something, you've got a bit of weight up there, and this area here, it's about 1 centimeter here to a bit over 1 centimeter in width there, this wide, full thickness area of the blade here, and that's good for hammering as well. So a small hammer, and a small hammer can be very, very useful in the outdoors. There's a river just over here, you know, you can use it for cracking open the shells of crustaceans such as crawdads or yabbies, whatever you want to call them, crayfish, freshwater crays, and as I said, hammer and pegs, all sorts of things in cooking preparation, etc., etc. Okay, so now we come from the tanto and this wide area and the tanto tip prizing, and you've got this belly area here. Now the belly area is it's really good for skinning and cooking applications. We really thoroughly tested this blade for all cooking applications. For wilderness camping, you would go in where you might have to supplement yourself with food on a long trip in away from a vehicle or any kind of civilization. And this area is great for preparing food. It's good in chopping, cutting tasks. We put it through cutting tasks for fish and some really tough fish, actually catfish, which are really difficult to cut. Usually you need a fishing knife, and as you can see, this is not a fishing knife per se, and it excelled really well. Vegetables. All kinds of vegetables and tough meats. This area here is good for cutting round objects and anything fibrous, gathering herbs, that kind of stuff. So all kinds of different food preparations we threw at this knife, and it really, really performed well. And if you're going to go off into the wilds, you're going to have to take with you a knife which is good around the camp kitchen. It's no good taking some knife which is not going to be good at preparing food. Otherwise, you're going to find it a right pain when it comes to eating. out there. But you also need a knife which is pretty sturdy, and I might have said earlier on, this is a really hardcore knife. The blade design, chop with it, batoning, no problems splitting wood. And as I said, it's a really comfortable grip. Makata scales here, with what Fox call their CNC machine Makata scales. It's very comfortable both wet and dry. So stay with me for the next few minutes, and we're going to look at some of the stuff that I put this knife through. So yeah, thanks for watching.